everyone, it's Heather and Andrew with Integris Health, and today we're going to do a demonstration for you for a product with pH and in comparison to bottled water.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk first about bee hydration. So bee hydration is the product that we're talking about. It's a Canadian company right here out of Calgary. A friend of mine actually started this company because he was actually very keen on bringing healthier, better water to the market and helping people get more minerals back in their diet, which helps with food digestion and aids and all sorts of things like that. So Heather's going to be the one that's in front of the camera, I'm going to be behind the camera, and we're going to talk about some of this stuff. So I'm just going to swing around here. And so we're going to show you some of the products that we got here. So we got a peach flavored sparkling water beverage, coconut water, a light pure taste O2 Aqua, Happy Water, Aquafina Dasani, Smart Water, 2 different types of spring water, tap water, and finally our bee hydration, which we have right there.
And as you can tell, all of the bottles are sealed so that we can open, so that you know we're opening them for the first time.
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
So what we did was we went out and we grabbed a bunch of different drinks that we thought that people might think were good. And then we also went out and got some pH test paper. This is Prairie Naturals pH test paper. And we actually have a key right here that shows all of the pH. So you can see Heather's going to tear off a strip of fresh paper for each one of them. And you just saw her open up the bottle right there. And she's just going to take a very quick dip right in there and then pull it back out. If we can, awesome. And so what does that say on the key there for the alkalinity for that? Looks like we're all the way down at the bottom of the scale, so quite alkaline. That's aspartame with a fresh water. It's what it says. It's supposed to be clean and refreshing, calorie free. And so Heather's going to tear off the next little strip. And this is called 1 coconut water. So people often drink coconut water for its hydrating benefits and things like that. All natural flavor, it says right on the front of it. And Heather's going to do a great job of just dipping it right in there. We're going to pull it back out. And this is instantaneous paper, so we don't actually have to wait for it. And we can see that again, it's coming in very, very alkaline. And so we'll just keep on moving on. You can actually even see it's leaving residue behind there. Very, very alkaline. Or acidic rather. Very acidic, because 5.5 is acidic and all the way up to 8 there is alkaline. You can see it right there going in the water. And it's coming out again, very acidic.
And this was actually a specialty water, and it was actually quite expensive, believe it or not. Here's another specialty water. So we'll see what this one.
And so that one's actually turning out just a little bit more, so a little bit higher up, but again, we're only at like this 6.2 range. And so what are we looking for in the alkalinity of our water? Well, what we want to do is we want to have a higher alkalinity for our water, and the reason being it actually helps our bodies with processing our foods, and having minerals is one of the easiest ways that we can get the minerals in our body is by what we drink. So we'll take a look at that right there that Heather just produced. Again, maybe only like a 5.86. Not very alkaline for that water. All right, so now we're going to go into the big players. These are the guys, Aquafina Dasani. So basically the water from Aquafina is the water that they use to make Pepsi Cola, because that's the company that does that. And Dasani is Coca-Cola's brand of it. So let's see here. And again, very, very acidic. In fact, so low that it's hard for us to even register it on
Dasani.
Our scale. And so when our bodies are in a state of acidity, it's actually when we're more sick, more prone to sickness, and we're not able to actually have a lot of our systems operating properly. And then what will happen is it will actually take away from our bone density, because one of the only places that we can get the minerals, if we're not getting them in our diets, we're not getting them in our water, we're actually going to be taking them from our bones. So as you can see, again, very acidic for that water.
An acidic body is a sick body.
So we didn't test any of these waters before. We just wanted to see what it looked like as soon as you guys got to see it. So we're getting just as much of a surprise as you are.
Just as shocking.
And so I've got to get that in the screen there. Again, not producing any alkalinity. And Heather, what would you say that is? About 5.5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so quite acidic for smart water as well. Again, it says that it's got very low dissolved minerals in it. So they actually take the minerals out of the water to make it so that it's easier on drinking. And what we've actually found is that it's actually maybe fine for the purpose of having the water be pure or whatever they want to say it is. I would say that the most pure water is the water that comes directly right out of a spring. So let's have a look at this spring water. And you can see the difference in the spring water instantaneously. You're actually getting up into the higher alkalinities. So if we're looking at the strip there, we're getting up to 6.6 and things like that. So spring water obviously better than the stuff that's being marketed to us by the big companies as the water of choice. So we have our Evian next. Sourced all the way from France, makes it very, very expensive. So that spring water that we just looked at, quite cheap. The Evian, quite expensive. And we'll see what it looks like for its alkalinity. And so Heather should be able to take that out. And as it develops, you can see that it's getting up to about a 6.4, 6.6. So the cheaper spring water was actually better for you.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. And we're at somewhere around 6.87, something like that. So got to give it a second to develop. However, what you're seeing is the water that the planet produces for us is actually the water that's the best. So now we're going to take a look at what the city is producing for us. And you can see we've got tap water tagged right there. So all right, let's have a look at what's coming out of the tap. So the tap water is off the scale for acidity. Very, very low alkalinity to the tap water. And as we've already said, that is one of the things that contributes to health issues and making it so that you are not producing the right homeostatic environment for your blood to flow, which causes issues with all different types of systems in your body. So what we do with our dehydration is, you can see that there's this wonderful little stick that's inside there, and that is actually remineralizing the water. So it's not like some other systems that you may have heard of where they ionize the water by changing the structure of it. What we do is we use natural minerals that occur in the water. We just use tap water that we put in there, and let's see what it looks like for our dehydration. You can see how quickly it actually even left dye in the water, instantaneously starting to change, and it's getting super, super dark. So as it develops there, you can see we're getting close to 7.4, 7.6, all the way up to 8. And that's the purpose of dehydration, is to create that situation of highly alkaline water, because what that alkaline water does is then gives your body the environment that it needs to be able to actually give you the health that you're looking for. So as we see, dehydration, and then lower for the tap water. The mineral waters that come from the springs, obviously a good choice, better than the tap water. Smart Water, Dasani, Aquafina has everything removed from it. And then these specialty waters over here, again, not that great for you. So that's our water video. We took some time to figure this out. It was super fun and exciting for us to learn alongside you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch us. And we will see you again soon. For Integris Health, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Heather.
We'll talk with you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.